want to be profitable, you need a bookkeeper. That's not your area of expertise. Because, hey, listen to me. Hear me when I say, I'm not going to my sister because she can cook to operate on my heart. Because I don't want to pay the heart surgeon. I'm going to the heart surgeon. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And you, same way you are about some things, you got to be about all things.
That is a really good analogy. And sometimes that's, hey, I know people that'll be like, oh, well, they was good with numbers in school. So that's my accountant over here, and she do my taxes and stuff. And people do that.
Yeah, but I see people spend more money on, and they're not frivolous things. They're things for health. And I see a lot of people, adults, with braces. I don't frown on it, but if you got a business and you can afford braces, you can afford a bookkeeper. Trust me, it's cheaper. Because the thing that got the braces, you to pay for the braces, the business, you need to keep going. You need the bookkeeper. Because when the taxes people come after you for whatever reason, for whatever mistake or preparer you got doing your taxes don't know, that bookkeeper's going to come in handy.
And, somebody like Miss Lorraine, who offers a multiplicity of services that can help you quarterly, that can help you annually with your taxes, that can keep up with your records, they can even handle employee payroll. She handles all of that. And so, guys, Miss Lorraine, give your contact information.
Yes. The name of my company is LSE Services, LLC. The website is www.lseservices, plural with an S, .net. My telephone number to the office is area code 251-202-0497. Again, that's 251-202-0497.
Let's talk about some business consultations. Because sometimes people don't know that they just say, hey, I'm going to go into business because, this is my passion, and they don't go consult anybody. So what are some of the things that you think people need consultation on?
I think people need mostly consultation is they got a passion for what they want to do. But the things that go on behind what you're doing, the books, the paperwork, you don't know it. Having a bookkeeper, essentially keep your mind off that and keep your mind on perfecting what you're doing.
She just comes with these really great sound bites, and it's like, okay, that's it. Man, that answer there, I thought you were going to give me a whole paragraph, and you just like, that's it right there. So let's talk about some other things that business owners, I know you deal with a lot of businesses, and that's why I wanted to focus this show on this, because there are business owners out there that have these questions or never even considered some of the things that we're talking about today. As a business owner, what are some other things that we need to look out for or to make sure that we're implementing?
You need, and it depends on the business. Every business is its own beast, so it depends on the business itself. Like if you are in the business of hiring people get confused and they don't know that they need workman's comp. You have to have that insurance. If you employ people, people get confused and don't want to pay unemployment insurance. I think the limit is $1,200. Once you pay somebody $1,200 or all of them, $1,200, you expense that much. Now it's time for you to start kicking in and pay unemployment. But guess what? It doesn't even cost that much. It is so little. I don't understand why people complain. It is such a minor amount of money.
Wow. What are some other things that you've seen?
They don't file appropriately. They'll say, well, I didn't have enough money to do that with. Well, you took it out the people's check. You got to file it. You are a withholding agent. It's not your money. You're withholding it and to send it on to the appropriate revenue department. You're not withholding it because you need
for a rainy day. That's your rainy day account.
No.
What are some other things that you've seen?
But the good thing about it, the state and the federal government will work with you to bring that account up to date. Now, I'm not saying they're going to stop that interest from climbing, but they will work with you and give you a payment arrangement to get it up to date. But you have to be with the federal government. If you are a business and you're behind on your taxes as a business, as an employee, on your 941s or 944s, if you are behind, you must be under $25,000. It's different. As an individual, they'll work with you if you're under $50,000. But as a business, it's as a business is $25,000. So once you get down under $25,000, then they'll say, okay, we can set up a payment arrangement.
Okay.
Now the state of Alabama is different. They have their own rules, and theirs is just different. Theirs is case by case.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So in the last 6 minutes that we have on this show, we've talked about a lot. So we're talking about setting up your business the proper way. Mm-hmm. What other information do people need to make sure that they're doing?
Defining who's an employee, who's a contractor, defining whether you need to pay quarterly taxes or yearly taxes. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, paying yearly taxes, employment taxes on employees. Sometimes people only have 1 or 2 employees. Mm-hmm. And you can use a 944, which is a yearly employment taxes, but you got to get permission first. So you can't just decide I'm just going to do it once a year. You have to be granted that status. That's not a status that's automatic. Until it become automatic, you do the quarterly taxes. You file quarterly, but you might have to pay monthly, even though you file quarterly, if you pay out more than $2,500. If you end up owing more employment taxes of more than $2,500, you must pay by the month. If you owe less than $25,000 when you file that quarterly, you can pay by the quarter.
Wow, that was some information that I didn't know. Mm-hmm. So we talked about setting up the business properly. We talked about employment taxes. We talked about how to define what entity your business is supposed to be, and what the tax brackets or liabilities are for that. Let's talk about some things that you have seen with some personal clients. We're not mentioning any names, but let's just talk about some of the things that you have seen that you're like, okay, well, no, I've had to, tell this particular client, no, we're going to do it like this. No, we're going to, let's not, and I don't know any specific scenarios. So that's why I'm trying to think of something that I could say that will go over the air that can help somebody. What are some of the things that you have seen with some personal clients that you were able, some testimonials, I guess?
I guess I would, to make it general, I would say when we go to, I'm a veteran. Mm-hmm. So when I went to boot camp, mm-hmm. I went with the frame of mind, the way I was raised, the way my own thoughts were. When I got there, they undressed us. Like literally, mm-hmm. They undressed us, the person. I'm not talking about clothing. Mm-hmm. They undressed. They pulled everything out of you mm-hmm. to build you back up. Same thing about with Christ. You have to pull it out mm-hmm. so he can come in. Mm-hmm. So this is the same thing in business. When you come and you got troubles, I'm going to be good to you and I'm going to be cautious with you. Let me undress your situation so I can dress you back right. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you feel better. When I went to boot camp, I felt better going into the mission because I was dressed right. Mm-hmm. I could never have went out into the fleet the mm-hmm. way I came to them. I would have never survived.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, as same with Christ. When I came, I could never work for Christ the way I came. Mm-hmm. Spiritually. I couldn't have done it until he come in, right? Business. If you come and you toe up, as they would say, from the floor up. Mm-hmm. Don't be so embarrassed to allow a professional person to undress that situation mm-hmm. and dress it back up. You're going to go out better and you're going to make more money. You're going to be more profitable and you don't have to worry about troubles. Mm-hmm. So it's okay for someone to, in a sense, undress that situation. Mm-hmm. And don't feel like you're naked because they've seen a lot of naked situations and dress them appropriately and properly back so they can function as a business and not function with headaches every night.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So we just have a few more minutes. Again, I want you to give your contact information, talk about what LSE has to offer. If you can just provide that for us one more time.
Yes, we are a professional business with a personal touch. And our website is www.LSEservices. That's LSESERVICES.net. The telephone number is area code 251-202-0497. We're here a year around, and we always have been here year round. So you can come and call at any time. We're located in Office Plaza. The address is 1111 East I-65 Service Road South. And that's Mobile, Alabama, 36606. We're located in between Patton, Nissan of Mobile, and Honda dealership.
Okay, excellent. Well, guys, this is the end of our show. We've had a great time talking about how to set up your business properly. Miss Lorraine has really laid everything out for us. Guys, if you are in business, thinking about going into business, you definitely need to give her a call, set up a consultation, make sure that the health of your business is in right standing with the government, with the state, with the city. She has the knowledge to get you there. Until the next time, we'll see you next Monday, 7 a.m. Don't forget to subscribe to the Color Outside the Box podcast. Like us on Spreaker, on Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher, on Google Podcasts, on just an array of podcast outlets. Until the next time, have a great day. Color Outside the Box is a podcast series that focuses on creating a better you. Whether it's advice about family, relationships, raising children in this technological world, marriage, or careers, we seek to find the answers to help you live your best life. So start your Monday morning off right with me, your hostess with the mostest, Princess Miller, on Color Outside the Box right here on iTunes and everywhere podcasts can be heard.